Hello, welcome to episode 47 of the Islanders podcast. My name is James.
And my name is Daniel.
My name's Yen.
As you already see in the title, today we're going to talk about the Taiwan subreddit.
Oh, Reddit.
Subreddit, yeah.
Yeah.
So today we're going to... But before that, I'd have to educate these two on
Yeah, what's Reddit?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Taiwan, we don't use Reddit that much, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's mostly an American thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Reddit is sort of like PTT in Taiwan.
Oh.
Okay, so we have this chat board also in Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called PTT.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to us about it? Like, what is that exactly?
Well, it's a comprehensive
It's like a
bulletin.
discussion board.
Yeah,
Yeah,
discussion board.
Yeah, a lot of people go up
Yeah,
there.
different
and
kinds
then-
of boards.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
can
like-
check it out if there's some content you're interested in, and you can share your thoughts or something.
So what can you see on PTT normally in Taiwan?
Well, nearly everything. You can find everything in PTT.
I think Taiwanese people like to share their stories of their lives, or some if there's some problems with themselves, they will share on PTT
Or
and
news,
ask for,
maybe, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe news. And during the some politics stuff will happen to occurs in those PTT chat boards, but and I don't think people care that very much.
Sometimes PTT even become the source of our news.
Yeah, of our news.
Yes, definitely. So actually, Reddit is a lot like PTT, and they have a lot of subreddits.
Oh.
So subreddits are like themed discussion boards inside of Reddit, right?
Yeah,
So it's like going to a theme park.
yeah.
So like this subreddit is about maybe like cocktails, or you have a lot of other subreddits, which I'm going to tell you about some of the subreddits that I like,
Okay.
which I'm going to share with you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I follow a lot of subreddits, and actually, in Reddit, before the subreddit title, they have like r/.
Yeah. I know that.
So r/ in Reddit, it just means it is a subreddit, and
Okay.
inside you can find a lot of topics. Okay.
Yeah.
So some of the more popular ones that I follow is do you know Oddly Satisfying?
You just show us.
I really like this one.
Yeah.
Yes, I already showed them a lot of
Yes.
videos in Oddly Satisfying, which is very satisfying.
And the
Yes.
title is very satisfying as well.
It's about a lot of things like going to the right place at the right time, right?
Fit perfectly.
Yeah, I often spend hours just looking at
Yeah.
the gifts inside them, right? Okay, and the other one is very useful, I think, for when we are in school, right? It's called Engineering Student.
Engineers, yeah.
So on Engineering Student subreddit, you can find maybe materials for your studies, or questions you can ask them, right?
So you can ask them for some problems for people to help things solving them.
Sometimes they
Maybe help
you
your
can ask
homework?
question, but I don't think they don't like to help you with your homework.
Yeah.
But you can discuss with them on some ideas, or maybe you want to find some books.
Yeah.
They can help with that.
So do they exchanging their used books or something?
Yeah, sometimes, and
okay.
it's very useful for students going through engineering.
Yeah, definitely.
it sounds
Because the
useful.
textbooks are so
It's
expensive.
very useful.
Yeah.
And another one is also related to school. It's called CompSci,
Campsite.
so computer science.
Oh.
So Reddit subreddit computer science. Yes.
So for some programming stuff,
Yeah,
you want to
programming
discuss
stuff,
about.
or paper discussions, which is very
Yeah.
good. I think you can also join some maybe material science subreddit. I think there are a lot of those.
So is there like some branches out of branches?
Yeah, you
Subreddits
also
and
have
subreddits.
machine learning subreddit,
Is it
out of
under-
computer science, or a lot of that. So each subreddit is actually independent to each other. So you don't have one branch under another subreddit.
Oh.
Okay.
But if I want to find if I want to talk about something about just like you said, a specific topic machine learning or something.
Yeah.
So would you go to a computer sci subreddit, or go to machine learning subreddit?
It depends. Some subreddits have a lot of people, and some subreddit has very few members. So sometimes you can post both and ask questions there.
Okay, so you can check out how many members are they following those subreddits. Oh yeah.
So you can find, often we post to a lot of different subreddits for the best results.
Yeah.
So the same question you can ask different subreddits. Yeah.
So do I require some specific identity to apply an account?
No. You can apply anytime.
Oh.
And you can post, I think, once you have the account.
Okay.
It doesn't have a lot of restrictions like PTT in Taiwan. We have a lot of restrictions, like you have to be a member for how long before you can before you can post, and there's no such restriction in Reddit. And some other things, like in Reddit, there's one phenomenon that they like to add porn after stuff.
Porn?
Yeah. Okay? Like, it may seem weird.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's weird. It's definitely
I
weird.
have some examples.
Yeah.
Okay. Show us.
Like design porn.
Design porn?
Yeah, design porn is actually a subreddit that has a lot of good designs on it.
Good
like
designs.
clever designs, you know? Like a good poster. Or like some very smart, clever typography, something like that.
You know, the first thing came to my mind is maybe something sex toy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And definitely there are porn related stuff on there. Oh. And they have this like filter. Okay. So it's very safe for you to use Reddit subreddits. If they deem that something is not safe for work, then they will blur the photo. Okay, so if you're browsing Reddit at work, you don't have to worry because they will blur the stuff out.
Yeah.
So you have to double click the photo to see it.
That's quite considerate.
Yeah, that's I think is a very good feature. Right? Like it's a very good feature it's very useful for people, right? Yeah. And so like I said, design porn is a very good subreddit for you guys to follow. Yeah. And also food gifs. Food gifts.
Yeah.
It's like they have recipes on there, very quick recipes for you to follow. Yeah, and also one more is very useful for us. It's a podcast subreddit.
Podcast.
Yeah, so you can talk to other podcasters or like learn about other people's podcasts on podcasts. Also, you can ask questions. Like if you are new to podcasting, you can ask them about editing questions or something like that.
Yeah, like for me, my habit on those chat boards is just in Taiwanese we call it diving. We just read all through all the articles they post and all the discussion of other people, but we don't post ourselves. But I think it's not quite large amount of people like reading through Reddit like this. I
think a lot of people like they read, but they also like want to interact with you. So mostly when you post something on Reddit, you can get responses, and then it will be a very good discussion.
So are you a regular writer?
I'm a regular user. Yes, definitely. I read a lot of stuff, and I also comment a lot and post stuff on it. Yeah.
So which of the boards are you like you post the most, or you discuss the most on that board?
Yeah, I think it's a very good platform for discussing sports.
Sports. Yeah.
Okay, so for like people who like basketball or like baseball, it's very good. Reddit Reddit is very good for you to talk to other fans.
Yeah, this is the same as PTT.
Yeah, and because your real life friends might not watch these sports, right? Mm-hmm. So it's very good for you to have a platform for you to talk to people because people love talking about sports.
Yeah.
And so what I like to talk about is Formula One. So I talk to people about Formula One on the subreddit, and that's very good. You know, you can learn a lot about the sport also. Yeah, and also guitar subreddits.
Definitely.
Guitar subreddits are great too. There are a lot of people who post a lot of guitar content, and sometimes they teach you stuff. Right?
Yeah, they love to share some teaching stuff.
I think one of the coolest one is colorized history.
Oh, you just showed us.
History.
Yeah, I just show you guys. It's they colorize the black and white photos.
It's quite incredible.
Yeah, it's quite incredible. And a lot of times when I see these black and white photos, I will think that the world looked black and white at that time. Yeah. But actually, we can see with the colors.
Full color.
Yeah, it's very cool. Mm-hmm.
So there's like a bit. You're specialized as something, or you're like very interesting as something. You go to being the member of that board.
Yeah, it's very niche.
Yeah.
So you can find a lot of niche stuff on there, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're
but there are numerous subreddits there. So like niche
infinite amount of subreddits. Yeah. So you can almost find anything you want.
That's cool.
So there's also a karma system in Reddit. So do you know what karma is in Indian culture?
No.
Buddhism? Do you know what karma is?
Karma.
I mean, you know what karma is.
Yeah, I know karma.
Right?
Yes,
karma.
What's
karma?
It's hard for me to describe the idea of karma.
It's like the good things you do in life and the bad things you do in life, and then after you die, then they will count your karma.
There'll be a measurement
like that.
Consequence?
Yeah, something like that. Sort of like a score of you. Okay, like if you have been good in your life or if you have been bad in your life. So that's in Indian culture. But in Reddit, we also have karma, which is the number of upvotes you get minus the number of downvotes you get. Okay, so when you comment or you post in Reddit, people can upvote you or downvote you if they like agree with you or like your comment, or if they don't like you or don't like your comment.
So that system is personal.
Yeah.
Okay, so people would know that if you are a person that upvoted or downvoted.
Oh no, you can't see who upvote or downvote you. You can only see the amount of
the
votes and downvotes.
result,
yes.
Right.
So does this karma system affect your user experience?
Yeah, sometimes. Like, obviously, you want people to upvote you, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't necessarily agree with you, and sometimes they downvote you for no reason.
Yeah.
That sometimes hurts.
Yeah.
But as you learn to use Reddit, you learn to see through that. Okay, so you don't mind that as much.
But statistically, people don't do that random downvote or something.
Well, sometimes it depends on the subreddit you go to. So some subreddits are very toxic, and some subreddits are very friendly.
Well, toxic, use that word.
Cool. So you have questions?
So if you are very unpopular in Reddit,
yeah.
What will it be like?
Sometimes you will get like minus 100 or something downvotes. And if you get that many downvotes, then Reddit will hide your comment automatically.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes. And so if people want to see your comment, they have to press it to see it. Yeah. So it's very much a system like if you say something offensive, like racist or something or sexist, then you might get downvoted a lot.
I think it's quite a smart system. It encourages you to like trying to be a
good citizen.
Good people to others.
I would say it's good and bad because sometimes you just do it for karma, and you just don't say what you truly think, or like you think about that too much, and that's not good also.
But I don't think people would care that too much. It's just an internet
some people care it a
board.
lot, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some people care about it a lot. So, so that is something to look out for when you use Reddit, is to not care about that too much. Yeah. Okay. And so I've been using for almost 3 years, like 2 years and 7 months. It actually tells you how long you have been using Reddit. Yeah. And sometimes I go into a Reddit rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole?
Yes, which I just look at it for a long, long time because there's so many interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And because you subscribe to like your favorite subreddits.
Yeah.
So all the things that they post are very interesting to you. Yeah. So you take a lot of time reading them, right? Yeah, so now let's get into like what we're going to discuss today. Now that we have a basis of Reddit, okay? So today we're going to talk about the Taiwan subreddit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so on Reddit, we also have our own subreddit. It, you can post anything about Taiwan. You can discuss anything about Taiwan. So we think that is a very interesting topic for this week.
Okay.
So do you want to guess how many people are on the Taiwan subreddit?
Taiwan?
Like how many people subscribe to the Taiwan subreddit?
Maybe 10,000?
I don't think it will
10,000, okay?
I don't think it will be over 5,000 or something. I think it's 2,000 or 3,000 or something.
It's 56,000 members on the Taiwan subreddit. That's quite a lot.
But how can we be sure that they are actually foreigner or they are just Taiwanese?
It doesn't matter.
It's just a place for you to talk about Taiwan. Okay, and I think it's a very good, like, people have very good English on the Taiwan subreddit.
Definitely, it is an American platform. You definitely have to have good English there.
Yeah, but I think there are also a lot of Taiwanese on the subreddit. Yeah, so it's a very good place for you to also like talk about Taiwan, right? So I encourage you to visit it sometime when you have time.
Okay.
And I think it's a very good place to meet with people and chat, practice English.
Yeah.
Which I also have another subreddit I want to discuss with you guys. It's called Language Exchange. So this is also a very good place for you to like. Sometimes people will teach you English in exchange for you teaching them Mandarin and Chinese. Yeah. And that's very useful. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I sorted the Taiwan subreddit by top of all time, which means the most popular posts of all time.
Also for the whole subreddit. Yeah.
And then I filtered through the political posts, which are quite a lot.
Okay, definitely.
Like 90% of the posts on Taiwan subreddit are political posts.
Yeah.
So we don't want to talk about that mainly because we can make another episode for that.
Yeah.
and that is not the point right now. So I want to talk about the non-political the posts on the Taiwan subreddit and stuff that I find interesting. I want to share with you. Okay. So let's begin. So the first one is actually an ad.
An ad.
Yeah. So do you remember the coronavirus this year?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So
you haven't.
And so we had an ad right now, right? So maybe you want to talk about the ad a little bit?
Okay. It's actually like a crowdfunding project for Taiwanese people, and they're trying to. I think they're trying to buy I think it's a 4-page ad on New York Times or something.
Yes, New York Times.
New York Times, and it's an ad about trying to say that Taiwanese people can help on the coronavirus disease pandemic. So they actually, the crowdfunding project is succeeded.
Yes.
Yeah. And they just post an ad on New York Times. So if you're an American reader or you're a New York Times reader, maybe you've known about this project.
Yeah. So this one is one of the top posts.
Oh, really?
In the Taiwan subreddit this ad, right?
Oh, so they go crowdfunding, or they just discuss about. They
discuss about the ad, like how useful is it for Taiwan to be seen in the world, and a lot of that stuff.
But I remember that it's lots of controversies in Taiwan as well.
Yeah, in Taiwan, because like when something is related to money, then people will have a lot of opinions about it.
Yes.
Okay, so the next one I think is more interesting. Okay, so it's a foreigner who came to Taiwan last year, and then he took a photo with a local Taiwanese family. Okay?
Yeah.
And the title of the post is that he walked into somebody's home accidentally, and he thought it was a shop.
Oh.
Okay, so
yes.
So actually, that place was somebody's home.
Yeah, was somebody's home, and he thought was a shop. So this foreigner went inside.
It actually looks like
took a photo with these people. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so that's cool.
I think this is very common in Taiwan. It's like a lot of houses, they don't really have a front wall and front door.
Yeah.
So it looks like a shop, but actually it's just somebody else's house, right?
Yeah.
And
cool, that's cute.
I think what this points out is that the elderly people in Taiwan are actually very friendly.
Yeah.
And these houses often is like in the older streets or something like that, and then they're very friendly to people. We are very friendly to other people, to like
meet
strangers,
new people,
right?
meet foreigners.
And we try to be helpful. You can always ask for help
even if your language is not exchangeable.
So that was quite interesting, this one.
It's cute. Okay.
And the next one is actually the icon for this subreddit. So every subreddit in Reddit has their own icon. Okay, so users, maybe they can design it. And so the design for Taiwan subreddit's icon is actually their main character, and the character is riding a Gogoro.
It's really iconic.
It's a scooter.
It's riding an electric scooter called Gogoro, which is very famous here in Taiwan.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it?
Even maybe the largest electric motorcycle brand in Taiwan.
Yeah. A lot of people ride it, and also he's holding like a bubble tea.
Yes, bubble tea. Yeah.
Oh, that's bubble tea. I thought that was some alcohol or something.
Yeah, this is quite iconic. This is quite iconic for normal Taiwanese people.
Yeah. I won't say right? Gogoro will be iconic, but Gogoro, it's okay. Yeah,
I think it's more like a scooter, right? Not necessarily Gogoro, but I think Gogoro is getting more and more popular in Taiwan.
I think helmets is it's cute.
Yes,
there's blue helmets,
and which is very interesting is that they changed the background of the icon from time to time.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes. So if you look at it, it's now riding in the sunset. Yes, and then they have like different color helmets and all that, which is very cute.
Also, there's actually like a manager of the page.
Yes, there's a moderator of the page.
Moderator, yeah.
So for each subreddit, there is a moderator. There's a group of moderators that help moderate the.
Is it like 3 or 4 people?
Yeah, 3 or 4 people, or for some bigger ones, they have like 10, 20 people working on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
just the same as some chat boards.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is about Raohe night market.
Oh, Raohe.
So do you know Raohe night market?
Yeah, very famous for foreigners if you come to Taiwan.
Yeah,
where is it? Songshan.
Yes, in Taipei.
It's in Taipei. Yeah. So I want you to look at it. Do you know the game Animal Crossing, actually?
Yeah.
Okay, so This post is about a person who created Raohe Night Market in Animal Crossing.
Wow.
Okay, so there's a very cool video.
Very cool.
It's
Cool
quite
video, yeah.
delicate.
It's very delicate, and I didn't know that Animal Crossing had such like freedom in creating stuff. Right?
Yeah, wow. Even if the convenience store they got, and the shops, and those deli shops.
Yeah, so I think this is a foreigner, or maybe he or she is living in other parts of Taiwan.
Yeah.
And she misses like her hometown. So she recreated Raohe Night Market in the game Animal Crossing.
Maybe he or she is like is so eager to have some food in Raohe Night Market.
And I miss Raohe Night Market also.
Oh really?
Yeah, because of the pandemic, food. You know, we don't go to
night market
like crowded places that much, but I really miss this place. Yeah, and also, so if you're interested in night markets, please listen to episode 25. We have an old episode about night markets. Also. Yeah. Okay. The next one is very, very interesting. I really like this next one.
Yeah.
So this is a local dry cleaners.
Wow.
Okay.
It's really fancy.
So this couple actually is the owner of the dry cleaners. Yeah. Okay. So this dry cleaning shop is called Wanshou. So Wanshou laundromat.
So where is it?
I think it's in Taipei or someplace.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that this couple, they're in their 80s. Okay.
80s.
They're in their 80s, and every day they pick, different clothes that people forget to take. Like for 30 years, for 10 years, so like people sometimes forget to take their clothes from the dry cleaners.
Yeah.
And then they model with these clothes.
So they're like doing fashion show with recycled clothings. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
And it's very, very fashionable. So they have their own Instagram. It's called Wanshou Was Young. Okay.
Wow.
So it's a very good. So I urge you to check it out. I'll link it in the description below. And it's so cool.
It's really
it's
like
such a cool idea because
fashion.
like the clothes, like some people they just leave their clothes there.
Yes.
Right. And then, so what do you do with that?
Maybe use it as a mop
or something.
Yeah, so there really no use with these old clothes, and they use it for like making a fashion show every day, which is very, very cool.
Yeah, I would say that Taiwanese elder peoples are really, really creative. Just such as they decorate their house in different, just crazy in their crazy ideas, or they just do some crazy things when they're so in the long break of their life.
So I
cool.
urge you to check this Instagram out. It's called Wanshou Was Young. Okay. That's so cool.
That's so cool. Yeah.
The next post is actually about the population density in Taiwan. So it's a visualization of the population density in Taiwan, and it's a map. So different heights for different population densities.
So it's like a demographic, right?
Yeah. So like in Taipei, it's very high, and in Kaohsiung also very high.
Oh, it's a 3D.
Yeah. It's a 3D map.
3D map. Yeah.
Of the population density.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, I will link all the posts in the description below, so you should check it out as you listen, because these things are very cool.
Or you just go to Reddit and just sort it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Next one is about a couple of cheerleaders. Okay.
Cheerleaders.
Do you know what cheerleaders are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of cheerleaders actually eating hot pot at a stadium in Taiwan.
Wow.
Baseball stadium.
That's cool.
Yeah. So have you ever seen a baseball in the stadium?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't either. But one of my sister like to go to these kind of events very often. Yeah, I think Taiwanese people they eat stuff in the stadium.
No, I don't know. I think this is just a promotional ad or something.
I know Japanese people that drink beers or something in the stadium.
Drinking beer is quite normal.
Yeah.
What I want to say about this is like baseball is a huge sport in Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people watch baseball, and actually during the COVID pandemic, a lot of countries closed down, but Taiwan could still, have baseball matches, which was very cool.
Yes.
And so I think also hot pot is such an iconic food of Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
It's like a comfort food in
Taiwan.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that's why I think this is a cool photo.
Yeah.
But I don't really know why they were eating hot pot at a baseball stadium, though. Yeah. Okay, the next one is about a new aquarium that opened in my hometown.
In Taoyuan, right?
Yeah, in Taoyuan. It's called X Park.
X Park.
X Park. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like an aquarium.
Doesn't
it sounds
sound like aquarium.
some sci-fi stuff, theme park, or
actually a lot of people went to this aquarium. It opened recently.
Oh, yeah.
So I would like to go there sometime.
Okay.
How about you, Daniel?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
It's quite. It's really, really it's really like under the sea.
Yeah, it's really like under the sea, like penguins, like swimming ahead of your, like on top of your head. And that's really cool. And it's in my hometown in Taoyuan. Yeah. So recently opened, and it shows that our city is actually growing quite a bit right now. Yeah.
I personally, I love aquariums very much because I love just the feeling of down under the sea, and it'll be quiet, and you can
but now
watch.
there are a lot of people going to the aquarium, so I urge you to go there maybe like 1 month
3
or
months
2
later.
months later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one is actually a meme. And it's a Reddit. Yeah. So this one is titled the Taiwan Street View. Okay, and inside there are all convenience stores.
All shops are convenience
all shops
stores.
are 7-Elevens. Yeah, so I urge you to see this in video form. It's better to understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you think about this? I think this is an accurate meme. Accurate meme.
I think a cool, interesting part of this meme. Most of them are 7-Elevens, and one of them is like OK Mart or something.
Yeah,
yeah, because
it represents
the proportion of the different convenience stores.
Yeah, so we have so many convenience stores here in Taiwan.
Yeah,
and also there's an episode 26 we talked about convenience stores. We urge you to check that out also.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next one, I think it's very beautiful.
Oh, Beito Library.
Yeah, it's the Beito Public Library.
Ah.
So Beito is like a hot spring resort, right?
Yes.
It's like a small town.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of hot springs, right? So they have this all wooden library.
Yeah.
Which is made, I think, Japanese style.
Yeah.
And it's really beautiful. Have you ever been there?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
It's a green building. It don't open air conditioner in this library.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's very cool there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I think I like to. I think a period of time I go there very often. My parents have their job at Beito.
At Beito,
Beito, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. So I will go there and go to the public library by myself, and I will grab some novels and go to like they have some a place between the building and outside, and outside there are just trees and valleys, and you can
maybe like a patio.
Yeah, like something
cool.
like, and you can read books there, and it's very cool, and wind's breezing, so yeah, it's a very good experience.
I actually love going to libraries also. So I would like to visit Beito Library, which is like all wooden. That's very cool.
Yeah, I think their bookshelves are also wooden, so I think it's very good looking. Yeah.
Yeah. So they took a very beautiful picture of Beito Library. So I would love to visit it one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one is an old photo. Okay. So this photo is titled Great Aunt's Wedding in Taiwan, 1911. So this photo is over 100 years old. And inside it depicts like a wedding.
A Japanese wedding.
A Japanese wedding, yeah, actually. So
because
it was Taiwan was under Japanese rule at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they took this very cool picture. And actually, if you look at the background, it looks like looks like Japan.
A Japanese shrine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to imagine this photo was taken in Taiwan.
Yeah, because a lot of people they're wearing like Japanese kimonos.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like Taiwan to me.
Yes.
It's like official Japanese
like
tradition.
in front of a Japanese shrine, with lanterns and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like over 100 years ago.
And this photo was taken in Hsinchu.
Yes, so
Really?
that was a very big part I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Look at the bottom part of the photo. There is a handwriting that writes Shinju. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, no, it's not called Shinju. How do you say in Japanese?
Or Shinjuku.
Yes,
Shinjuku.
we have to.
Yeah, we have to name it right.
We have to use the correct pronunciation for the
era. Yeah.
So wow, this is a very cool photo. Yeah, if you just show me the photo and you didn't tell me it was in Taiwan, I would think it was in Japan.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's hard for me to imagine that there's some like Japanese shrine in
It's
Hsinchu.
really hard
this
for
time,
me to imagine like what Taiwan looked like at the time.
when Japanese ruled. Yeah.
And so I really enjoy looking at old photos of Taiwan. You know, you appreciate like what the city has become and what it was in the past, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can establish a subreddit.
Yeah, I think you can find a lot of old photos on subreddit, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So next one is also an old photo, and I think you guys will be very familiar with this photo because it's a photo of Taipei Station in 1990. Okay.
So it's about 20
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
it's quite different.
check it out. Yeah.
Yes.
I think at that time there's still railways in Taipei, right?
Yeah. So the main station, I think, looks very like today.
Yeah.
So
The
in the
station,
photo,
station
like the main
building
station
itself.
building is the same, but look at all the buses at the time.
Yeah.
It looks so different from right now, right?
Yeah.
The surrounding building has already been removed. Yes.
So
Just like this weekend, I went back to Taipei and meet my families, and I and my dad, we just go to some restaurant in East District, and along the way, he talked to me about Taipei the railway in Taipei City. I think just at that era in 1990s or 1980s. So it's cool for me to just see
it,
the
right.
main right in the photo.
yeah, a couple of details I wanted to show you guys is
Okay.
look Adidas. You see Adidas in the photo?
Yeah, you just check it out.
There's an Adidas store in the photo.
Really?
It's quite cool, yeah. Quite old. And also Konica. Do you know Konica?
Konica, the Japanese
Konica is a
camera
Japanese
maker.
camera manufacturer here.
Yeah.
And it's actually, right now we don't have that
we don't
much,
have.
right?
Actually,
So
they
that's-
make films, right?
Yeah, they make films, so right now we don't use films that much,
that much.
and Adidas is over here.
Adidas. Wow.
It's quite cool, right?
cool. Really
So,
cool. And the buses are different.
Yeah,
different kind of
it's very
style.
different
Yeah.
than Taiwan.
Yeah.
Than Taiwan
Than
right
right
now.
now.
Yeah. So I urge you really to check these out. I'll give you the
Cool.
links. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one I felt that was interesting enough to share with you guys.
Okay.
It's actually Pingdong City. So this is a photo about the Pingdong countryside. Yeah. And the reason why I wanted to share this with you is, I went to a trip to Pingdong 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I took a very long train to Pingdong and visited during the typhoon, actually, during a storm. Yeah. So it was raining so much at the time, but I had so great memories of the city. So I would like to visit it
Again.
yeah, recently. Yeah. It's a very good like countryside city.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually very different than the city we live in here.
Yeah, it's a
I
countryside.
think so. Yeah, I think it's very different. Feeling for me. Yeah, and the pace.
Yes.
And like the people there or the food there is actually very interesting for me.
Yeah, and I think the terrain is all plains, and there's like all plants growing on.
Yeah, I remember a
around.
lot
All
of
over
coconut
green.
trees.
Yeah,
And betel-nut trees.
trees. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
the wind breezing there. That's very good.
I would like to
scenery.
visit it recently.
Yeah, definitely.
So I might
You
go
have to
again.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah, you make sure you check it out. Check out the weather
I
before
will.
you went there.
I will.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna start planning my trip. So I'll share when I come back again.
Okay, yeah.
So that's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
Remember to check out the Taiwan subreddit
Yeah, very cool.
Okay.
Very cool stuff in there.
and also Reddit in general. You can learn a lot on Reddit. Yeah. So we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.